What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. So look, I did end up losing about 295. I'm gonna round it up. I lost about like $300 due to a couple mistakes that I know I made. First of all, I made one mistake that was the problem with me losing money, and then the second one was just not being on top of it. And seeing the pullback again, because there was two pullbacks. I got in on the first pullback, but then another pullback happened, and then the stop limiter that I didn't do. We're gonna jump into it. All right. So first of all, let's jump into the portfolio. Boom. Here we go. As you can see, we are in the red. All right. Now, it's gonna say 36%, but some of this is crypto that I had. So I have to keep that in mind. I could tell you the exact pinpoint of where we lost money. It was right. It was around 1 o'clock. All right. It was around 1 o'clock because I only traded two. So that's when it was. Yep. Here's the first mistake. I ended up buying, I think it was 3 shares altogether. Four. Because three of them sold into the money. No, two of them sold into the money. Two of them sold into the money. It was three. Two of them sold into the money of Tesla because I set stop limits. On Robinhood, you can set it to where if you do a trade option call, you can set a stop limit to where you want your shares to sell at. Well, the stop limit that I put for mines was at like 270, 280 mark. Well, it surpassed 270. So, and it went to 285 or 283, somewhere around there. All right, at its top, at its highest. They sold around there, so I was in the money, which is why I made 643, which I'm gonna show that too. 43, that's transferring over. That should be there by the 27th, this saying, of December. And then I'm gonna show y'all, boom. So this was the call I had made, all right? Boom. It passed all that, all right? And this was around, okay, that was the 19th. Okay, boom. So boom, this is the call I had made for the contract that I didn't put a stop limit on. And I'm gonna show y'all how to do that too. Do not make that mistake. Whenever you take a trade, if you're on Robinhood, a lot of people do futures, and I'm thinking about getting into that, but I know other people use different apps. But when I day trade, I use Tesla. Just to show y'all. Here we go. So boom. Let's just do the 27 for right now. Let's just do boom. All right. See, the share price is at 423 right now. You could probably do one like this. All right. Now, up here in the corner, you see limit order. All right. You go up here. This is what I did. All right. Stop price. Now, whenever I take a trade and I already got it in position, I always put mines into the money, right? Most of them sold. The problem was I never set this for the last one. So when I got back on at around one, it never sold at all. Why? Because I did not put a stop limit price. Okay. I messed up there. That's number one. Okay. Always set a stop limit price. Number two, there was a pullback and you can see it. You can see how there's this staircase of it gradually. And this is just a day ago. Let's go a week. Because I'm going to show y'all. There's a staircase. Tesla's been doing this staircase movement, finally going up. And then finally it dropped. Now, when it comes to day trading, I know anytime that there's a staircase movement or there's some type of movement in a stock that's just gradually going up, going up, going up, going up, eventually there's going to be some type of pullback that you have to see when it's going to pull back all the way back down to where it was started at before it start taking off, okay? And it did this because it did it for a lot. The stock market crashed, all right? So let's just go back a week so I can show y'all, okay? This is where the crash happened. You can see it. our highest was at 484. Okay. But then it start coming down. You can see look at the volume. Look how many people was buying around here and selling around here. Then it casually dropped. I think its lowest was at like 419, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. All right, but you see that drop? Let me zoom in. So a lot of people probably can't see the candles. Do you see that drop? All red candles. Now, I got in on a pullback when it first happened. So if I go back, because all of these are around 485. Let's go back. Let's go back a week. Last week, this was the first pullback. You see where it's at that low 440 mark? This was the first pullback because the high around this time was 470. Okay? This was a week ago. All right? That was the first pullback. And then it kept going up. Then here's the pullback that I missed before the drop. It was this one. This was the one that I missed right here. You see that? It dropped from that 470 mark to about 450. Can we see that? 460. So if you notice, the jumps that's happening are in like $10 increments. Like it was almost like every day it was jumping from like, it would jump from like 430 to like 449 or 445. And then it would go back down. Then it would jump back up to that 440 mark, and the share prices would stay there. And then the next trading day, it would jump another $10. It was doing this every day until what was that? That was 2 days ago when the stock market crashed, okay? When the stock market crashed is when it hit its all-time high for this year at that 480 mark. But around 460, 470, there was a major pullback and it dropped to like 450, 440, right? That was the last pullback. And that's when I should have hopped on it because that's when I knew there was going to be this major pullback and it dropped all the way down to 420. It's my fault. Like I said, got to set stop limits, got to set stop losses when you day trading or else you will lose money. And I normally do, which is why I've always been in the money for these past couple weeks. For like the past 3 weeks, I've just been in the money, in the money, in the money. The one time I forget to do it, guess what happens? Not only did the stock market crash, but I lost money. Gotta set stop losses. All right. That's how you win. That's how you get money, bro. When you set a stop loss, you won't lose that much money. You either gain or you only lose a little bit. That's how I stay in the money. All right. But yeah, that's how I lost $300. I won't make that mistake again because that hurt. Losing money hurt. Tomorrow I'm going to make another play. These are what I'm watching so far, for the most part. What I'm really logging in with is Tesla, Google, Apple, and this SoFi. And there's one more that I'm going to probably tap in with, and it's this. So this probably be my next move once it drops back down to about that 75 mark, maybe 73 if I can catch it there again. And then let that play out till January. So yeah, that's why I lost $300. But it's all good. So far in profit, we are up. I made 1,000 last week, and then I made $643 yesterday. So we up about $1,600 because I ended up taking $300 out of the 1,000, putting it back into investments and made the 643. That's how I made that. But then I lost 295 altogether, but I'm rounding it up. I lost $300. All right, just due to simple mistakes and mistakes that you should never make. All right, don't make the same mistakes I make. because that's how you lose money. You see things on the rise, and it's this constant staircase of a rise. Eventually, it is going to drop. You just got to be mindful of those things and be careful. Keep grinding. Just because you lose money doesn't make you a bad trader. You just have to pay attention to these things. I'm human, I make mistakes, but it's all good. It's all part of the journey. And you're going to lose money, but just don't make the same mistakes, okay? As long as you learn from it, you'll be all right.